My best friend confessed feelings to my GF. She wants to cut him out of our life. I'm not the oop. This was posted by u/thrower in r/relationship advice. Original, 27 Jan 23 28 meters 27 meters, 30 f. My best friend confessed feelings to my GF. She wants to cut him out of our life. I said our life and not mine because she says she cannot control me, but she never wants to be around him anymore. So if she and I are together, she doesn't want to see him. She also says I should really think how good of a friend he is if he is confessing feelings and saying I love you to his best friend's GF and future wife.
I, 28 meters, have been dating my GF, 30F, for 2 years now, and honestly it's the best relationship of my life. We have discussed engagement and marriage and have also met each other's families. My best friend, on the other hand, is someone I have known for almost 8 years and even lived with him for 4 years. In fact, that's how I met him, as roommates. Till 2 days ago I never would have suspected that he saw my GF in any other way than his best friend's GF and would-be life partner. But yesterday night my GF came home from office and said we need to talk and told me what had transpired. My GF and my best friend's office buildings are in the same tech park, so they occasionally see each other, and that's why when my best friend joined her when she was having tea it didn't surprise her. But what he said surprised her though. He told her that he was harboring a crush on her since I introduced them, and he could no longer keep it to himself since we were discussing getting engaged. He said he owed it to himself to tell her. My GF told him to /K off and walked away. She also blocked him immediately on every platform. Then she told me. I asked my best friend WTF happened, and he admitted, but also said he never asked her to cheat on me, he was just confessing his feelings. My GF, on the other hand, says there is no point confessing his feelings, and he definitely didn't have noble intentions as he claims. She says she doesn't want anything to do with him because he betrayed both of us and disrespected our relationship. I am a little torn here. Of course I am angry at him, but I also have a lot of history with the guy. Would appreciate some advice. Thank you. Edit. Thank you guys. I accept I was being a tool in how I responded to the situation. He was my best friend, but in this case he behaved like a stranger who had absolutely no concern or respect for my relationship.
It will be hurtful to let the friendship go, but I know this is what needs to happen. As for my GF, I will apologize to her for being a tool and maybe take her for a weekend pampering session. She is the best. Top comment. Your GF did exactly what one should do if they are in a committed relationship. And yes, she is right in cutting him out of her life and your joint life. And she is also right that you should seriously consider cutting him from your life as well. Actually, let's put it another way. If you don't cut him from your life, can you ever really trust him?
And on top of that, your GF will probably end up leaving you over it. Update, 30 Jan 23. 28 meters 27 meters, 30 f. My best friend confessed feelings to my GF. She wants to cut him out of our life. Update. It's done. My best friend is out of my life. I had a conversation with him where he said he would never have asked her to cheat on me, but he just wanted to get it out of his system.
Apparently he has been nursing a crush on her since we started dating. And that's why he has not even tried to date anyone else. I told him that he couldn't control his feelings, but he should have controlled his actions and kept it to himself. Then I blocked him. My GF, on the other hand, is really weirded out by his confession. Anyways, that is my update. Also, I have a new best friend. My GF lol. Reminder, I'm not the oop. Wow. She immediately told him, blocked the friend, and wanted nothing to do with him. Props to her for banging out all the right courses of action when you're faced with such an incredibly awkward and uncomfortable situation. I'd be livid if any of my husband's friends did that before we got married. There is zero reason for ex-friend to confess his feelings if he didn't think it might change the situation. I.e., if he wasn't hoping that girlfriend would leave oop and take up with ex-friend instead. So yes, ex-friend was being a bad friend. Also, he was being naive. The relationship girlfriend has with oop is not the relationship she'd have with a different boyfriend. The happiness ex-friend is trying to steal for himself can't be taken. If the best friend did not have any bad intentions or only wanted to get it out of his system, he would have told his friend of 8 years first instead of springing it on the girlfriend. She was absolutely right in how she handled it.
I don't know if I could ever understand Oop's initial reluctance to cut ties with his friend LOL, but at least he came around.
I knew a guy who wanted to get his feelings out of his system, and wrote a letter to his best friend's GF, and was distraught and angry that she didn't want to continue being friends, hang out with him. He said he'd wanted to be honest, and didn't expect anything. That dumbass didn't know how lucky he was. My husband and I were at a bowling alley with our friend. We drove, as my husband, only a boyfriend at the time, went to bowl his shot. This friend turns to me and tells me how beautiful and sexy I am. How I am not treated right. You know the spiel. So as soon as he went up to bowl his shot, one told my guy what was up and we left him there. Hollywood and stupid 90s rom-com movies is what made things like this okay in so many people's eyes. Confessing your love to someone in a relationship is not romantic or a form of closure. It's you informing the person that you want them, and you hoping they will pick you now that they know you're an option. So no, it is in no way respectful at all. Regardless of saying, I never was going to ask her to cheat. No, you didn't outright ask. You were just giving them the option in hopes they would take it, jerk. It's still wrong, disrespectful to everyone involved, and a sleazy thing to do. The BFF should have just died with his feelings. You can't help how you feel. Okay, but she is your best friend GF. Why would you confess your feelings to her? So weird. I did this in my own life. A former friend, who was married by the way, asked my wife to open up our marriage to him. I met him in a restaurant, told him the friendship was over, and walked out. Haven't seen him in a decade. No regrets. Absolute gutless loser. Glad he came to his senses. This basically was a question of, my best friend made my girlfriend very uncomfortable with his feelings. Is it a big deal? Quote, yes. Always. The best friend should have worked out on his feelings by himself. He definitely didn't do that by avoiding to date anyone, and was by waiting last minute hoping she would change her mind. Dude, I'm glad he got his head out of his ass, because how was this even a question? So what would he have thought if his GF decided she might have feelings for the BF? It's okay as he was just confessing, but she'd be the bad guy for leaving him or cheating. She did everything right. But babe, he was just shooting his shot, like a dude does. Quote, yeah, being a creep to your GF and attempting to get her to dump you. His supposed best friend is NBD. Apparently. Oop has a bit of a room temperature IQ, doesn't he? I don't like the had to get my feelings out shtick people use to cheat or otherwise torpedo other people's relationships. Like, hun, that's what therapy is for. Or journaling. Blowing up your own and other people's connections over crushes and being horny is crazy. Girlfriend showed exactly what should be done. I do agree with her that she can't control what Oop would do. But she is right that he doesn't have pure intentions. He put himself out there. Even if he didn't propose to her. If he never dated anyone the moment he met OOP's girlfriend says a lot. He was waiting. OOP's relationship with the guy would be ruined anyway. They would never get back to a healthy relationship. And he would have to choose between bringing his girlfriend places or seeing his friend. Yeah, you don't confess your feelings like that unless you think there's a shot something will happen. The friend was definitely throwing a feeler out there to see if any interest he was taking his shot. Lousy thing to do to your best friend, and obviously he was no friend after all. Oop is weird. No, it wasn't just a simple confession. He was hoping for a specific outcome that led to leaving Oop and dating him. That's not innocent. Then rather than her BF standing up for her, he essentially tells her it's cool his best friend wanted to him on her. And this guy works near her. She has to go to work and see this man, and because he didn't get a swift unified no. Leave us alone. Who knows what else he'd try. Super messed up.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Cast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.